Hey guys, how's it going? Thank you for stopping by and checking out this video. Today I am going to show you guys the new updated tour of the War Wagon. A lot has changed since we did the last one, and I thought, what the heck? Let's show everybody what we've done. All right, so first of all, for those of you that are not aware, the War Wagon is a 1977 Dodge B200 maxivan. And then it was purchased by the Xplorer company, and it got the 212 conversion with the full bed. So I bought this van approximately 3 years ago from the original owner after it had been sitting in front of his house for about 8 years. I did get it running there and drove it home, and then we started work on it. I basically had to gut the whole thing because it was pretty much lived in from people and then lived in from critters. So we had to rip out all the carpet and all the nastiness, but this is what we got now. First off, the main reason why I bought this is because of this sunken floor right here. This goes around to the galley, and when I have my refrigerator all the way in, you can stand there and cook on the 2-burner stove. Now this works with an onboard 10-pound propane tank. It's very efficient on propane. I probably only need to fill it up about twice a year. So that's awesome, and never had any issues with this. Below that is our refrigerator. Originally, this had a 3-way refrigerator, but it did not work, so I put in this Hooperman 47 quart. It'll go down to 4 degrees below zero, and it stores everything I need. By the way, thank you to Motley Roof for giving me some eggs. But yep, that's the fridge. I got a dresser here that I found next to a dumpster a couple years ago. I'm still using that. Same with this one. Then I got my junk drawer up there and my kitchen utensils junk drawer there. Below here, I got storage. I got storage. I got storage. All of this laminate and all of this laminate I replaced. There was some nasty green carpeting in here, so that's all taken care of. When it comes to powering the War Wagon, I have a Blue Eddy AC70 that I use for backup power. I have a set of 160 watt foldable solar panels that I use to charge that Blue Eddy up. This table right here can go here, but I don't use that because the refrigerator works like a pretty good table as well. Just keep that one out there for my water. Up front we got storage. That's where the chaos is. Usually the e-bike fits right here, and the guitar is always there, and the metal detector goes right next to that. And now we've added a telescope to the mix as well. As far as water on the inside of the War Wagon, I have a sink here, and down below here we got 5 gallons of fresh, 5 gallons of gray, and awesomeness. These are hexagon blue boys. You don't even see those anymore because they don't make them anymore. And then we got Warren, the scooter now. He rides on the back of the War Wagon, and that makes it possible for the War Wagon to stay set up and for me to go into town and do all that fun stuff, or go out exploring. I was down in Kofa on it. I'm planning on going up to Havasu on it. And down there is the carrier that I use to haul Warren around on the back of the van. Gets about 100 miles to the gallon. And then for ripping around here with your friends on your bicycles, I got an e-bike. That folds in half, and that rides up front where I showed you earlier. And we got our water. I haul 6 gallons of fresh water, another 6 gallons of fresh water, another gallon of fresh water, so that's 13, and then I still have the 5 underneath the sink, so that puts me to 18 gallons of fresh water. And now, this is one of the newest things we've gotten. I now have a washing machine, so that makes keeping my clothes clean much easier than having to go into the laundromat and spend a bunch of money. As far as showers, I have 2 options. I have this solar shower right here that I built. That holds 5.5 gallons of water. And if it's a good hot summer day, that will heat itself up just fine. If it's winter, you also have this option. I have the Camp Lux propane powered shower. Runs off of 12 volt DC and hooks up to a propane tank. Instant hot water, super awesome hot water pressure. And then I have my shower utility tent. So I will use that to take my showers. And it also doubles up as my bathroom. People like to know how we take care of business here. So I have me a collapsible camp toilet right now. But I think we may be upgrading to a dry flush very soon. And now we'll show you where the magic happens. So one awesome thing about the War Wagon is it does have a one-piece gate door. I absolutely love that. I got Monkey up on the top there, making sure everything's good. And then this is the bedroom. So in the bedroom, we have all of our good stuff here. We have our charge controller, our stereo, our diesel heater controller. We have a smoke alarm. We have a carbon monoxide alarm. Bluetooth setup for reading the solar panels. We got a CB hanging on the wall over there. In that closet is where I keep my clothes, and it's also the other side of my mechanical room. On this side, we got the food pantry right there. And then down below there is where the old heater was. That's now storage. I do still have my television, though I don't use it as much as I used to, with some DVDs. Got some storage bins up there. In fact, I ought to clean those out a little bit. And the reason I'm not watching my television so much anymore is because I got this CarPlay adapter. So now I can use my phone as a hotspot and watch everything on here. It's pretty awesome. Of course, we got that ceiling that you guys have seen before with the laminate flooring on it. And the basement, where we store things like this is my water filter. So now I can filter water that I get here and drink it. And lots of tools, more tools in here. Talk about the battery situation. I am not going to open it up, but inside of here, I have two 100 amp hour lithium phosphate batteries. I've had them for a couple years. They work very well. Right now, 200 amp hours just does perfectly what I need it to do. Renogy Rover charge controller, which takes care of all of my power needs. Up on the roof, I got 400 watts of solar. There's those two walkables and these two fixed frames. And there's Monkey. There's the flags. Good shot, right? Maybe we'll thumbnail that. Guys, so I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the War Wagon and a little update on some of the things we have and some of the parts we've added in the last year anyway. But that's going to do it for this one. We will see you on the next one. Keep on vanning.